Hey guys, here Peacock here with Fit Ministries. We're doing our FL4 strength portion, so we're going to alternate an upper body and lower body exercise. So our first pair is going to be incline press and Romanian deadlift. I'm going to give you two variations of each. So the incline press, you can do it with a bar, and sometimes it hurts people's shoulders. They don't have a good incline press or they need a spotter. So it's really, you can do it either way, but you're going to wrap your fingers. Don't let your hands be wimpy here. We're going to keep them tight over the bar. You're going to put it right over your collarbone. Feet are firmly planted in the ground, coming down nice and slow. Now, if this hurts your shoulders to touch your collarbone, stop where you feel the stretch in your chest, all right? You don't have to hit your collarbone. This isn't a powerlifting meet. You're not going to be graded on putting the bar on your chest. So if you can get here without shoulder issues, this is great. Otherwise, a lot of people will stop here, wherever you feel that tension in the chest. You're just going to bring it straight up and straight down. Now, the other option you can do, if you don't want to use a bar, is you can do dumbbell press. And if you're going a little bit heavier, the trick is always to get them up. The way I like to do it is to use my hips. I'm going to just swing it up and back. So I kind of swing right into position here. And the only difference really with the dumbbell press is you're going to press together, because when you push together, you adduct, we call it adduction. It really hits the pecs a little bit better, actually. And as we come down on both of these, we want to pinch our shoulder blades together. Once again, feeling the stretch in our chest at the bottom, squeezing it at the top. So that's your incline press. Either version will work for this, for the 6 to 10 rep range. I'm going to move this out. I'm going to give you the two Romanian deadlift ones here too. So Romanian deadlift is a little bit different than a regular deadlift. You're going to feel a little more hamstring, a little less lower back. So I like to put it on a rack, not take it from the floor. So I put it on a rack. Make sure you get up on the rack. A lot of people will bring it off like this. I'm nice and close to the bar. And I'm just going to walk it back here. Shoulder width, hip width stance, wherever you feel comfortable here. I like to use the mixed grip, one arm, one hand up, one hand's face up, one hand's face down. My grip doesn't become a limiting factor here. I don't like to mess around with straps personally. If you have straps, you can use them. But I like to just work on my grip strength, but I also don't want my grip strength to be a limiting factor. So this helps me kind of do both. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick my butt back, eyes are focused on the floor. I'm gonna come right, maybe a little bit past my knees, my chest is pushing out, and I'm gonna pull my hips through. So I'm gonna come down, push my butt back, eyes down, stretch, and then drive my hips through, all right? Feel my glutes and hamstrings contract. Now, once again, if you don't wanna use a bar, you can do the same thing with the dumbbell. Same rules apply. These are kind of wimpy dumbbells, but I'm gonna bring them over here. When you put them, I like to put them on a bench or a plyo box, something sturdy. Pick them up nice and close to your body. Don't pick them up out here, because that's where you can tweak your back. Lift up your hips, walk back, clear it. And then I like to hold them here, not here, in front, just like I do with the bar. And the weight's in front of me. My butt goes back. I pull up and through. Eyes down. Up and through, keeping my spine nice and straight. So that's your Romanian deadlifts. You're gonna alternate those in pairs for 3 rounds, 6 to 10 reps. You do not have to rush back and forth, so take time, walk over, set up. This isn't a HIIT cardio circuit, all right? So we're gonna go in the other room and do the other pair.
Watch out for the bag.
All right, so squats, if you can do bar squats. If you've had a herniated disc or some kind of disc issue, I wouldn't recommend loading your back with the bar. I'd recommend doing an alternative. I'll show you the alternative. But with bar squats, you want to set this at about chest height, about armpit height, so you can get under and lift off your legs. I know I did this in the last video, but remember the setup is really key. Is you're going to get a good grip on the bar. Rack it across your shoulders, not up on your neck. If you can rack it a little lower, that'll be a little more in the hips. Lift off your hips. I like to take 3 steps back. Feet width, you gotta, just like the Romanian deadlift, find out what's comfortable. My toes might be slightly pointed out or just pointing straight ahead. And then I'm just gonna take a nice easy sit back, like I'm in a chair, push my knees out, pause, and then really drive through, okay? So once again, I'm gonna take a breath in, brace your abs, come down, and then drive through. Use your whole foot. You're pushing through your heels, your big toe, and your pinky toe. Now the other option is you can do a goblet squat, which you can use a kettlebell like this. You got kettlebells available to you. against your chest. Same rules apply. Take a breath in, come down. I like to put my elbows in my thighs and then drive up with those legs using my whole foot. Big toe heel. If you don't have a kettlebell, the other alternative is you have a dumbbell. Hold it like this. It's a good alternative to a goblet squat. Coming down, same thing, and up. All right, something you can load up some pretty heavy weight by holding it like that. Your arms shouldn't get that tired, and you should be able to put some decent load on for your squat. So those are your 2 squat alternatives. Then we've got a couple alternatives. Now most of you guys, maybe some of you are super studs, you can do a pull-up without assistance, but if your gym does not have an assisted machine, I would recommend going to Rogue Fitness, ROGUE Fitness, and getting the pull-up kit. These bands are what we use here in my gym, and what we do is just put a band on like this. This is a heavier band, so it's going to give me a little more assistance, and I can do it overhand or underhand. I like to take my thumb out. That makes my back work a little more, but the thing about pull-ups is we want to go all the way down, full extension of the elbows, and then as we come up, we're going to draw our shoulder blades down versus pull with our arms. Draw our shoulder blades down, elbows to the side, nice slow descent. Feel it stretch in that upper back, pull, elbows driving into the side. Now, if you put your foot on there, it's going to give you even more assistance. So the lighter the band is going to be harder, and it's going to be harder to do it with your knee and your foot. So you can work down from a heavy band to a light band to eventually no band. So that's your one alternative for your pull-ups. If you're a super stud, you can do them without weights. That's even better, but most people can't. So we're going to cater to the majority. The other alternative is if you don't want to do pull-ups, another good one is a body roll. And you put the bar in the squat rack like this. You're going to come in, make sure you're going in this way. If I come in this way, I'm going to pull that bar right over top. I'm going to fall right on my butt. So I'm going to go here, about the same width you would with the bench press. I'm going to walk my feet out. Once again, release my thumb so my upper back works. I'm going to pull, hit myself right in the sternum. Hit myself right in the sternum. So I'm going to engage my shoulder blades, use my upper back. Now the way to progress on this is to lower this rack. So the more horizontal your body is, the more resistance, the more you're going to have to fight with gravity. So that's how you progress on that one. So as you go through this program, if you get to that 4th week and you want to increase weight, instead of increasing weight on this one, you would just lower the rack and go a little and put your body a little more horizontal. So those are you got your squats with your squat variation, with your body roll or pull up, and your incline press with your Romanian deadlift variation. Those are your 2 strength ones. You're going to do them in pairs. Like I said, not rushing back and forth, but taking time, do a good setup, really focus on good technique.